Greetings and welcome to profneel. It's a pleasure to have you here with us. It's very nice to talk, to narrate, to discuss, and to hear stories of CEOs, celebrities, and legends who've been inspirational in some way or the other. But isn't it much more? I find it much more nicer, much more nice to talk, to discuss, narrate stories about ordinary people like you and I who are inspirational in their own life with some extraordinary achievements. Mr. Vikram Dutt is a prime example. Now, who's Vikram Dutt? Let's find out. For that, we have to go to meet that first. The seed, the seed was sown then in 1966, 1967. The venue, Delhi Public School, Mathura Road, one of the finest schools in Delhi. And the occasion, the the principal announcing in the assembly, or announcing as well as giving away the awards for the best sportsman and the second best sportsman of the day after the sports day. There's two students on the stage of a packed audience of all the school students. Two students on the stage, Vikram Dutt and Vijay Khullad. And as the principal announced, that Vikram Dutt is awarded the best sportsman of the year and is gifted and gifts him this blazer. Deafening applause, as you all know, in our school and colleges, that those achievers in the extracurricular and the co-curricular field get more applause than those in the academics. I mean, it's there in every school, every college life that we know of. So then the audience notices that Vikram Dutt is talking something, is talking to the principal, and the principal returns back to the microphone, and Vikram Dutt goes back to his place on the stage. And once the audience, the silence dies, the applause dies down, there's quiet. The principal announces to a stunned audience, Vikram Dutt feels that Vijay Khullad deserves the Best Sportsman Award more than I do. A 15-year-old boy on that stage, when I say the stage, I also mean the physical stage and the stage of that moment. I mean, you're here, you're there in front of all your class fellows, your juniors, your seniors, your people, I mean, pride of place, and you got the best sportsman award and you gift it away. What a rare breed of such people are people like that. That he says that he deserves it more than I do. And Vikram Dutt settled for the jersey while Vijay Khullad was awarded the best sportsman award, the blazer. I was narrated the story by Mr. Akshay Chaturvedi, my general manager in Delhi in the 1990s. I was intrigued and I wanted to meet Vikram Dutt to find out why this man did this and what made him do this. We went to Vikram Dutt's house, a very fine gentleman, a very nice, humility personified. He'll put anybody at ease with his manners and the way he welcomes people. I came straight to the point. Vikram, first tell me, before the tea and etc. I said, first tell me, what made you do that then and why did you do it? So he smiled, that typical smile of his. He says, I said, you must have a great heart. He says, he just dismissed the thought saying, no great heart, Neil. It was a very practical decision. Said, but Vikram, 15-year-old at that stage, practical, logical, come on, I said, say something else. So no, Neil, let me explain to you. I said, yes, I'm all ears. He tells me that, see, I come from a privileged home. Vijay Khullad, in contrast, did not come from a very affluent background. His academic score was not very good. I was very good in academics. I was very good in extra co-curricular activities also. I was very good in debates, etc. My academics are very good. So with the academics and the co-curricular and the extracurricular, I was guaranteed a college that I would choose. I could choose which college I wanted to join. But in contrast to Vijay Khullad, if he had got the jersey, he would not have got the college he would have wanted to join. He could not choose. He would have lost the option to choose. So because he didn't have good marks in academics, I decided to give the blazer to him, give the award to him. So that year, Khullad joined Hindu College, and Vikram joined Kirodimal College. Wanted to join Kirodimal College for two reasons. Rather, he was chosen for Kirodimal because he chose Kirodimal also, and he was chosen also because Mr. Frank Thakurdas was the head of the political science department there. And Frank was entrusted with the responsibility, the enormous responsibility of winning the Vice Chancellor's trophy. And how did the college win the Vice Chancellor's trophy? Based on academics, co-curricular activities, and extracurricular activities. A sum total of all these activities. St. Stephen's was on a streak of winning it for 32 years, and they had to be halted. And this responsibility fell on Frank Thakurdas' shoulders. So he had gone from college to college, from school to school, trying to recruit the best talent for Kirodimal. And he did that. His efforts were going to pay off, but how? So Vikram joined Kirodimal because for this one reason is that sports, and two, the Harold Lasky connection that Frank Thakurdas had, being Harold Lasky's class fellow at the London School of Economics. The year that Vikram Dutt joined Kirodimal, St. Stephen's did win the Vice Chancellor's trophy, but they didn't win it outright. They tied with Kirodimal College. For the first time, Kirodimal College made history in the annals of Delhi University, where they tied with Stephens. They shared the trophy with Stephens. And how did they manage to do it? In academics, they had Naveen Patnaik and Angama Patnaik. Naveen Patnaik, as we know, is the Chief Minister of Odisha. Angama Patnaik is the former Justice of the Supreme Court, a very famous justice. In dramatics, they had Vijay Thakur, a very fine actor then in the 70s. And Satish Kaushik also, incidentally. For sports, you had Vikram Dutt and others like him. And Vikram Dutt also made his presence felt in the elocution, in the co-curricular activities. So, Kirodimal tied with St. Stephen's that year. The next year, they went one step ahead. They brought home the trophy by beating St. Stephen's outright, rewriting history again. Now, Vikram Dutt, now that doesn't end the story there of Vikram Dutt. He was affected with a spinal injury, so that made him think about others, and this is the main virtue of this man. He always thinks of the others first, of those who are affected with spinal injuries. But all hospitals in India and Delhi, for the matter anywhere in India or Delhi, do not have specialized infrastructure and medical personnel for spinal injuries. He was made a member secretary of the state-of-the-art, one of the finest spinal injuries hospital in India, which started in 1993, the Indo-Italian Spinal Injuries Center at Vasant Kunj, It started in 1993. Now that place holds a special place for me in my heart because two girls who I know very well, who are related to me, got rehabilitated by Vikram Dutt. First, Dr. Shivanigupta, my student, and was awarded the Nirja Bhatia Award for brave courage and bravery. She got rehabilitated by Vikram Dutt there, and Richarawat, my student Rohit Rawat's sister, she also got rehabilitated from there. So Vikram Dutt again was there. What does he do now? He doesn't rest on his oars. He shifts his home from South Delhi to Rohini. Why does he do that? Those are 900 meters away from the visually impaired, for the center for visually impaired. Because now he and his team, whom he calls as warriors, are working on the ground in Pratapgarh, near Allahabad in Uttar Pradesh. What are you doing there? That place got a lot of visually impaired people. So they are helping them by rehabilitating them, by setting up shops for them, by creating a livelihood, such as animal husbandry. That means goats, not cows and fur. They take a lot of money and they take a lot of effort. So Vikram Dutt is still going on, and he'll go on and on. Because he cannot ever sit back on his oars. And the world needs people like Vikram Dutt, ordinary person like you and I, to inspire us, as also to assist others, to be compassionate enough to care for the others. Indo-Italian Center for Spinal Injuries is one, and the work that he does for visually impaired is another. That's just two of his achievements. There are much more. The man that he is, only these two things I know of, and that act of his then as a 15-year-old, that showed his greatness. That he was going to be a trailblazer all along his life, which he is. So we need to get inspired by people like Vikram Dutt. So you and I are like Vikram Dutt, the same stock that he's made. So thank you very much, Vikram Dutt. Thank you all very much. Thank you, Vikram Dutt, very much, and may your tribe increase. May you be blessed overall. So thank you. So let's embrace the twist to accept the turn. Have I got it right? No. So let's embrace the twist to enjoy the turn this year. Thank you. Bye-bye.